the battleground is of the mind. A few years ago, I learned the term menticide. As I read through today's articles, you will see it's just as devastating as all the other sides: homicide, suicide, genocide. The idea that someone can play psychological games on you and change your sense of self is at the core of the description of menticide. Menticide is about taking everything you have away systematically. My vague descriptions of menticide are not going to do it justice. So here's an excerpt of an article done by Mark Hubbs called Psychological Murder: Death by Covert Abuse, written December 7th, 2009. Mark Hubbs is a writer-researcher on mind, science, and conspiracy. He's the author of Know Your Enemy: Reflections of NPD. Pernicious abuse. It goes unrecognized, but it exists. It exists on an extremely covert level. Psychological murder can take many forms, but the type I'm really referring to is of a covertly narcissistic and/or sociopathic nature. It may be too difficult for some people to be able to comprehend, but it does happen, and I've seen it happen. Narcissist or sociopath or narcopath attempts to convince someone who has discovered their unbelievably shallow secrets gradually over time that they are crazy, and proceeds to manipulate them into keeping quiet or to ultimately face their wrath. They use techniques such as crazy making, character assassination, and gaslighting in order to get their victims to question their own sanity. So let me add here, anytime you hear they're crazy, I would just caution you as my listener to look at what is really going on in that person's life. Are they a whistleblower? Are they speaking out? Notice how convenient it is for someone to slap the label crazy on them. And most of us as cult survivors have definitely had this happen because this is a proactive way for them to make sure we shut up.